Business update for the month of July. My name is Gavin. I run an email and SMS marketing agency, and I make these videos every single month to document my journey about what's happening within my agency, how much money I'm making, and what I've learned. Now, for this video, I'm actually going to talk about how much money we made at the end of the month, at the end of this video, because I want you to watch the whole thing and increase the view time of the video so that more people see it. I'm selfish. So I'll talk about how much money we made, what our expenses were, but I want to talk about some of the updates we've had generally from across the business. I'm going to boil them down into the following categories: Instagram, YouTube, newsletter, school, Upwork, and AI, and just general operations. So let's break down the first one, Instagram. A lot of you guys who've been following me for a while know that I've tried to aggressively push Instagram to boost up our following. Unfortunately, it has not worked at all. I have hired quite a few people to help me grow my Instagram, and no one seems to really know what to do or even really have the skill set to actually help me deliver on this. And we spent thousands of dollars on trying to grow our Instagram from like a video editor perspective, as well as strategist perspective, as well as just general admin support. And unfortunately, it's just not really worked. We haven't been able to hit a stride when it comes to Instagram. And I'm kind of tempted just to kind of give up. I really am. We've posted twice a day for like a long time now, and nothing seems to be popping. And yeah, I'm kind of getting pretty nihilistic about it. So Instagram hasn't really worked. The good thing is though, we are repurposing content from Instagram over to YouTube Shorts, which helps increase our reach. But unfortunately, we just haven't really been able to make anything pop on Instagram in general when it comes to email and SMS marketing. So I'm still kind of trying to figure out or make a decision around what I want to do with Instagram. YouTube, on the other hand, has been working very well. We got this channel that you're currently watching monetized, which is awesome. And pretty much all of the videos that we've been producing, so 4 videos a week across both this channel and the other channel that we have been doing really well. Our view count has been raised, or rather rising. What we've also decided to change is, instead of promoting our school communities in both these videos and the email marketing follow along, or rather the email marketing strategy channel, I've pivoted from trying to sell my school community, and I've gone directly to encouraging people to book a call with me. So I want people to book a call directly with me so I can sell them my services, as I'm just finding that that is a much more consistent pipeline for people who are actually able to spend a decent chunk of money. Okay, so you'll probably notice like a cutaway in this video at some point promoting booking a call directly with me. That's because I need better paying clients. And unfortunately, when I was pushing people directly to school, the school subscription is like $150 a month. It doesn't really pay me that much, as opposed to somebody becoming a client pays me significantly more. So what I've done is I've completely changed my funnel to push people directly to booking a call with me, as opposed to going through my school community, paying me money there, and then potentially ascending to becoming a client. Quick one, if this video is helpful and you want a complete step-by-step system for landing clients on Upwork, which is a massive source of traffic for me, I have a full program called Land Clients on Upwork. Pretty original. The link is in the description. Check it out if you want to learn how to generate income using Upwork as a major traffic source like I have for my agency. Now, back to the video. Next thing I want to talk about is my newsletter. I've grown my newsletter to 5,000 people, which is fantastic. And we're rebuilding our entire welcome series to also be focusing on booking a call directly with me. So newsletter is good. We're still getting sponsored content out, which is awesome. School, speaking of that, is also doing really well. The paid email marketing community generates anywhere between 2 to 3K per month. The free community, nothing really. We get a few sales every now and then, but we also use it as a lead generation tool. By the way, you can check out the school communities in the link in the description. Upwork has completely died for us. I've been super unimpressed with how Upwork, from a results perspective, has gone. So much so that literally an hour before recording this video, I was on a call with an Upwork support person who doesn't work with Upwork, but specializes in helping people with their profiles. And I learned a whole bunch more stuff around strategy to use Upwork as a consistent lead generation tool. For those of you who are watching this channel, you'll know that like a year ago, Upwork was a massive revenue generation tool for us. It's died massively, and we need to fix that. So it's going to be one of my focuses for this week. That's pretty much everything that's happening on the sales and marketing side of things. From the internal business operations stuff, we've been really heavily introducing AI into what we're selling to our clients, as an add-on. So we have a proprietary AI reporting tool that we use that we've built into our services and our packages that we sell, and we've upsold a bunch of clients onto that. And we're also using AI now to start pulling internal reports for all of our clients and our teams. This is working really, really well. And I think what I'm finding now is that for any agency, you almost have to have AI as part of the equation, regardless of what it does, more just as a speaking point, because clients are coming to you with the expectation that you already have it, and if you don't, you're in like a weak position. So we're bringing AI into both our strategy as well as how we're using it to create internal reports for us. Another cool update, I moved into an office, which is fun. Another cool update, we have a new website coming along, and should be a little screen share showing it up right now. Really excited to see how that plays and what we can do from an SEO perspective. And I also spent a big chunk of July in New Zealand trying to get my visa for Mexico, which is where I'm at right now. That was a whole process. So that's kind of why I think when I talk about these numbers in a second, it'll explain and give some context. So now the fun stuff, the revenue and the expenses. So let's break it down. Affiliate revenue. We did $5,017. Interest on my income was $344. Sales, so direct sales email marketing, $67,948. Sales of digital products, $79. School community, $2,000, which left us with a total amount of revenue of $75,482. Okay? July, though, was a big month in terms of expenses. Okay? Really, really, really high. And it was higher than what we've had in the previous months as well. So here's where the money actually went in July from an expense perspective. Contractor and freelancer payments were the single biggest line by far, okay? Just under $50,000 we spent on builders, designers, video editors, copywriters, and they were all, we paid everybody on the 10th, and so it was a big, big expense, okay? And it's actually up 36% from June and 50% since May, okay? This number has gone nowhere but up. Now, the reason some of the expenses were increased was because we brought on some support to help us with lead generation, as well as some of the contractors delaying their invoices in June and delaying them to May, which had our expense really jump up quite a bit. So we had a few unexpected things come through. It's just what it is, all right? Consulting and agency fees, we had a cold email agency that came in at $3,383 USD. And that looks like a huge jump from June's $402, but it's really a timing thing because that invoice landed in May and July and skipped June. We also had some massive software and subscription fees. And for those of you who run agencies, you'll probably know this. The yearly fees can kick you if you're not expecting it. Software and subscriptions were $3,135. Yeah, it just comes through at random periods. Like for example, Slack charges yearly, Figma charges yearly. We also had the office expenses, which jumped to $2,109, and that's actually rent coming out of my account for the office space that we have. That's a big expense, and we also had to spend quite a bit of money furnishing that office, right? Desk, chair, monitor, that sort of stuff. So it became a big expense. Website fees, we're rebuilding our website. That came in at about $655 USD, but we're using AI very heavily, so we will have another bill coming in for the remaining balance of the website fee, but that'll be ideally probably this month. So those were our biggest expenses. It was big, like it was a really big expense. So how much did we actually make in total? And I know I kind of glazed over some of the details here. How much did my agency actually make in total? So our total expenses were $71,806 and our net profit was $3,943 for the month. That is terrible, really bad. I'm used to making 20 to 30 to 40,000 USD a month in profit. This month was massive, like in terms of how bad it was. So what are we doing to mitigate this? We have cut hours where possible to reduce costs for our business. I am thankful that the annual subscription fees for a lot of the software are annual, so that's a cost that's going to be going down. And we're also really just trying to ramp revenue. I'm okay if expenses stay where they're currently at, if we can increase our costs, or rather our revenue. So we're really pushing to A, increase our prices, and B, increase the total amount of sales that we make, which is why we're investing pretty heavily in things like cold email and a general pipeline. How am I feeling? Well, hey, you know what? Thank you for asking. Very nervous. Like this month, I was very nervous in terms of where the money was going to come from. You know, would we be able to afford certain things? You know, when's our tax bill coming? That sort of stuff. I crunched the numbers a lot over the last month, and I think we will make significantly more profit in the month of August off the back of us absorbing a lot of costs for work that had been done in July and June. So we've reduced costs from like an HR perspective. You know, our subscriptions are largely down, and I think we have some really good stuff coming through the pipeline. So I was worried, I no longer am. Anyway, thanks for watching. That's the update for the month of July. If you have any questions, check them in the comment section down below. I make these videos to document my own journey, share tips and tricks, the ups and the downs. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, dude.